Greetings, everybody. How are you? The team is gathered. Hello, everybody. For, I think everyone's muted. That's why they're being all quiet like that. For Friday, June the 1st, the year of our Lord 2018. And we're here for our weekly MAGFAST update. I want to jump right in. We're streaming a little bit early, actually, today because there's so much here going on. So let's just find my button here. Speak of you. Here we go. I'll put Eric up on screen there. We've got Sandy. Say hi to Sandy. Here's my beloved Amy. And I'm Seymour Segnet, the founder and president. And let's jump straight to it. First thing I want to do is to welcome everybody who is new to our family this week. We actually last weekend over Memorial Day, we had, and I hope it's okay that I kind of involve you guys telling you about like what's going on in the business, not just kind of like the production process itself, but obviously to thrive as a business, we need to be bringing in new customers. So welcome if you're one of our new customers. And actually Memorial Day weekend was one of the most successful weekends in terms of finding the careful formula of which ads do you show where, to who, at what cost, and so on. So we're thrilled about that, and we're working on scaling that. Amusingly, anybody who has a small business will know this. Facebook's advertising is incredibly sort of sensitive. You know, you go in and you spot a spelling mistake in your headline and you correct it, and Facebook goes, all right, well, I'm not showing you damn ads for another couple of days then. Huh. And you sit there and you watch and you watch and you watch, and eventually it kind of comes back up again. And we actually had that on Sunday morning. Things had gone so well on Friday and Saturday that actually the credit card topped out, and the payment failed, and Facebook shut off the ads for a couple of hours, and we had it fixed within a couple of hours. It's taken 3 or 4 days for the ads to come back up. So good luck if you're also trying to advertise using Facebook out there. So welcome to our investors. As usual, if you have invested and you haven't completed your paperwork yet, please, Eric is emailing you. There's only a tiny handful of folks left, but if you get a voicemail from Eric or whatever, it's we're a little company. Some companies take these very large investments, about $250,000. If someone invests $250,000, you can afford to spend $1,000 doing the paperwork with them. Most folks investing with us, because this is the way we want it, have done much smaller amounts. It's a more family thing, but it's a great service to us if we can spend as little time as possible actually getting the paperwork through. So thank you for that. So welcome. All right, Amy is the executive producer of the show, and the big weekly show. What's next on the list, my dear?
I wanted to talk about our email glitch that we've been experiencing and how we're dealing with that.
So what's your explanation for that then?
Well, we're having problems with our email client at the moment, and we're noticing that a lot of people aren't getting our replies, which is a big problem, obviously. So we're recommending that people go to their spam filters, check that they are receiving our emails, that our emails are going to their inbox rather than their spam filter. And if they haven't heard from us within a few days, to please email us back and let us know that they have not received a reply.
With your cell phone number, because then we have a possibility of another way of getting in touch with you.
Right, we're definitely getting everyone's emails, but sometimes when we hit the reply button,
you say that. I mean, who knows it? You never know it,
true.
because the whole problem here is you don't know that we are emailing you back.
Right.
Amy and Sandy there, I mean, they work. I just got the timesheets because it's the beginning of the month. I mean, they work hours and hours and hours and hours. It's not. We're not at the size where it's 2 full-time jobs yet, but it's probably between a half and 2/3 of a full-time job between them. A huge amount of effort goes into answering absolutely everybody. We really are. We want to be, we're small, but we're trying to do this at a world-class standard. And I personally spent probably 5 or 6 hours a month ago working with Zendesk, that is the very well-known company that we use for customer service, for answering the emails and everything, trying to get better what's called deliverability, trying to get it so that when they send the emails, they arrive. I don't know what's going on. But it's incredibly frustrating, and it's Sandy this morning wrote saying, "Oh my God, it's kind of I've written to this lady 5 times. She just wrote in with a simple question, and now she's getting really angry." And it's like we have all the emails that we had written to this person. So please assume that assume that we're doing right by you and the internet isn't, rather than the other way around, would be much appreciated. And do please let us know. And other means of communication, other email addresses you have if you haven't heard from us, phone numbers, that kind of thing. And our apologies, we are working on it to the point where we're actually now investigating a completely different system for handling this, because it's making us look. I mean, I've gone grey just in the last week alone. All right, so that's that. What else, Em?
Okay, I wanted to discuss our referral program today. Actually, we have 3 levels, and some people are a little bit confused by that. So would you?
Sure.
Would you show us the things?
Yeah, we have 3 levels. We actually haven't implemented the program yet. So this is, I'm going to tell you about the bit that's operating already, and then give you like a little preview of what we will be launching in the coming weeks. We've actually done most of the work on. We actually did most of the work on this a while back, and then other things came up. But it's pretty cool. So when you first, if you're one of the folks who's been with us for a while, you may not have seen this, and fear not, we have something very cool coming for you. But if you are one of the folks who found us more recently, maybe on Facebook or whatever, when you signed up to come to the big presentation, the long presentation, we said, hey, look, now that you've signed up, terrific, we look forward to seeing you. If you would be kind enough to share this on Facebook or Twitter, we will upgrade the wall, the gift that you're going to get for coming to the event, to the program. We'll upgrade it to the surge protected model. Okay, so anybody who comes to the event and does a little tweet storm or a little Facebook share with your friends kind of thing, we'll do that. We will do that upgrade for you. That's been active for a while. If you've been doing that and you're good and you're getting a wall down the road, you'll get from the kind of the free or the gifting program, you will get that upgrade if you did the share. Now, that's a little fun getting started thing, but we have the two kind of main referral programs that we've got coming, and they're going to be 2 because there's going to be like a fun one that's kind of for everybody, and then if there'll be a kind of like a second level. I guess what I just said was the first level. So there'll be a 3rd level for folks who are like serious from a business point of view about becoming like an affiliate. But let me talk about the first fun one first of all. Actually, I have a screen to share it in a minute. But what it'll be is you'll be given a unique little link that belongs to you. We actually have all these links in our record, in your record in our system. You've already got your own link. We haven't given it to you yet, but you've got your link. And when you share that on Facebook, Twitter, actually it doesn't matter where you share it, by email, Twitter, Instagram, anywhere on the electric internet. And if folks click on that link and they come through and wind up buying a Pro Kit, then you earn goodies. And in fact, I have a screen with the goodies. I have to figure out how to show you the screen with the goodies, but I have a screen with the goodies. Hang on. Here. Oh, look, it's another video of that guy. All right. So look, now you can get a $630 Pro Kit for free. Look, just share. So there's a little video here that explains it all. But basically, this is how it works. We give you a link. You see the link up here? All right. And we give you easy shares on Facebook and Twitter and email, and then you can just take this link and share it anyway. But look, if you let me see if I can make it a little bigger on the screen. Is that better? That's a little easier, isn't it? So if one of your folks buys a Pro Kit, then we give you priority. We basically put you to the front of the line for shipping. 2 folks who, and by the way, this is just a share. You don't really have to do anything. You just share it out, and if folks click on it and go ahead, 2, and you get a MAGFAST Air. All right. So what's MAGFAST Air? This is our this is actually quite an old prototype. We've made changes since then. We've made it taller, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. But MAGFAST Air is our guy that snaps nicely on top of a wall, like so. Where's my better prototype there? Snaps on top of a wall, like so. Can you see that without the light? Yeah. Snaps on top of wall. All right. It also snaps straight onto any of the battery packs. Excuse me, like that. Right. Like that or like that. And then it also the final model. This one doesn't has a flip out on the back, so you can plug it in. So that's really nice. $49 value. So when your second referral buys, you get a wall. Then at the next level, in addition to that Air, you get a MAGFAST Life. Okay, so just as a reminder, especially for new folks, so Life is the little one for your pocket or purse. It's a $99 retail. It's got the cable, all of the features, wireless. It's really nice. Mwah. Okay, so you get that when your third person signs up. Fourth person, additionally, you get a MAGFAST road. So by now you're up to a total retail value of 257. Okay, because that's been a huge help to us and to everyone in the community making this project stronger. MAGFAST Road. This is the one that plugs into your car, has the built-in flashlight and the cable and all of the other features. And then, if you get up to 5 folks, right, it's a full pro kit. All right, $630 value. You get priority. And then you do get all these items, but you get them as part of the Pro Kit. You don't get them in addition to the Pro Kit. And that's a $630 value, retail value, if sold separately for the individual items. So that's something that we're hoping lots of folks will do. It's really easy, just an easy share. We track it all. There will be a place where you can log in and see it, or if you can't find that, you can just get in touch with us, and we'll let you know how you're progressing. In my experience, this kind of thing is fun to do. You get a little bit out of it. Sometimes things go crazy, and you wind up with with 7 Pro Kits, and sometimes you just get a little priority or whatever. But it's a fun thing to do, and it's a huge, if you choose to do this, huge gift to us. So that's kind of for everybody. For folks who can easily do that, we also have kind of a pro program, which will give cash instead, and we'll go over that another time. But it'll typically be, again, in business, you have this thing called the cost of customer acquisition, right? How much does it cost to get a new customer? And so you can do that by buying advertising or whatever. And in an affiliate program, the cost of acquiring customers is how much you pay to your affiliates. And so we'll have a bunch of different levels for that. But be thinking over $50 and less than $100. It'll be somewhere in that range if you refer someone who goes and gets a Pro Kit. So we're excited about that, but it'll only be for people who've already got in 5, because setting up a full affiliate program is much more complicated, and so we want to do that for folks who are we don't want to sign up 1,000 people for that. We have cost attached to running the Pro program, so we don't want to sign up 1,000 people who are then not active. But if you're if you're a pro in that area, we have that system set up, and if you're like a super pro, we have it set up, and you could even get in touch with us right away. Amy was very concerned when we were discussing this before that I would say it too quickly and in a confusing manner, and no one would understand what I had just said. So how did I do? What questions are remaining after all that?
Well, when can they expect the program to roll out? Okay, so
the first part, which is the simple share for an upgrade, that's been up and running for many months. We are targeting, we're shooting for 4th of July weekend for the 2 programs that I just described. We want to do them right rather than it's more important to get them right. We actually did most of the work a while back on them. We're just incredibly busy with improving the shopping cart, improving what's called the funnel, which is this is actually a funnel on the board there from a meeting we had earlier, which is we show ads, then people arrive at the website, then we say thank you, then we send folks emails to remind them to come to the event. And we want to make all of those as great as possible. We've got a big project right the way up and down that at the moment, which is even more mission critical than the affiliate program, the referral program that I just described to you. So we're shooting for 4th of July weekend, and who knows, we might even make it.
Okay, so next I wanted to go over some questions that we got in this week. And actually, you kind of addressed one of them while you were going over the referral program. And John, I hope you're listening, because he wrote in, most charging devices in a vertical standing orientation have some sort of cradle to secure the device from falling in either direction. Nice device regardless. Well,
yeah, so let's cover that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to recap that for him.
So yeah, so let me recap. So there's basically there's 2 ways that we would have a device in a vertical orientation, as he was referring to. This I spoke about the other week, so I'll do it really quickly. This is wall, all right. So by definition, it goes against a wall, right? So you've got protection from the back from things that might knock it from the back, and anything knocking it from the side, all right, the device rolls off like that. So the only real concern is going forwards or falling forwards. This is angled backwards at 5 degrees. It's actually going to be spring loaded on the new model as well. And this design, many of you know, we had a previous generation of it, and it did great. I mean, out of hundreds of thousands of these things that went out there, like if you ship hundreds of thousands of anything, someone's gonna drop it, break it, have some kind of problem with it. So I wouldn't say that it was zero, but we know from customer service that this was just not an issue, all right? And we've made it better this time. So that's wall. I showed air just now. As I say, I apologize. This is rather old. This is like one of the very first prototypes, but this also has some angle. We've actually put a bit more angle into it since then, so the model's going to be taller and is built out a bit more here to give more slant on it. And so your phone. Do I have my phone here? I don't seem to have my phone handy. That's no good, is it? Okay, here's my phone. So your phone will sit on it at an angle like that, and you just pick it on and put it off, nice and easy. Will it be possible to knock it off if you're clumsy? Yes, it will. Yep. Okay. So that's that part of it. What else, Stein?
Okay, so our next question is from Janet. And
Hi,
she
Janet.
says, "You never ask for my address in any way, so I do not understand how you would know where to ship our products."
She sounds cross. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Janet. Yeah, the reason for it is that we're not shipping just yet, and we have to. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So I'm having a little trouble with my screen control here. There we go. So the reason is we're not shipping for a while yet. Plenty of people will change their addresses before we ship, and may want to add items or whatever to their pre-order before then. So we will be in touch with you before shipping to collect any changes you want to make, and also final shipping address. The other thing is, those of you who operate websites may already know this, and if you don't know this, it's a really good thing to know. You want to make the website as easy to use as possible, and the more information you require from people on the way through the journey, the less people complete the journey. So we wanted to make it the checkout super simple for you. If you want to get in touch with us and give us your shipping address now, that's fine. We'll make a note of it. That's fine. But rather, we're going to go to you and make sure you can dot all the I's and cross all the T's before shipping. In the future when that is. Yeah.
I'd like to reiterate something that we spoke about earlier.
Sure.
In relation to this topic, and that is everyone who has placed an order, whether it's for a Pro Kit or a free wall unit, to please check your spam filters and make sure we're able to get to your inbox, because when we do ship out, we're going to be sending that final checkout, and if you're not getting our emails, you're not going to be able to give us your address and thus get shipped.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, thank you. That's an important point. Okay, any other questions, or should we wrap for this week?
No more questions, but we have one fan mail of the week.
Okay, bring it on.
And that's from Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
Mitch says, "Hands down, one of the most innovative products I've ever seen.
Wow.
It's kind of like the first iPhone. It's going to change everything."
Wow. Well, Mitch, that's extremely, perhaps a little too generous of you. But a little secret for you, Mitch, which I've said before. It's a kind of an open secret. But when we sat down to, like, it's the hardest thing in business, right? Is to in business or politics or anything. In fact, is to figure out a nice, clear message and communicate it. And we try to do it really well, but I still today people say, well, what is MAGFAST? And I still don't have like the 15-second version of it. I said, but I've got this great 1-hour presentation you can go watch. But Mitch, you may remember that the iPhone was originally launched in 2000. What was it? 2007? Yeah, because it was the same year Hudson was born, right? So it was January 2007. I think it was Macworld. And if you watch that presentation and then you watch ours, you can see similarities, because we studied it. We studied the greatest product launch of all time really closely to see how is it that you lay the groundwork for the way things are today and describe how you think they should be, and then introduce your product. So It's, you know, it's a kind of it's an open secret. And if anyone thinks our presentation is good, there's this fantastic book called, is it still over here? I think it is. Here it is. The Presentation Secrets of Steve Jobs. Okay, The Presentation Secrets of Steve Jobs. And this was, I read this, God, how many times, Amy? 3 or 4 times, at least while we were working on the on the presentation. And that's why it's a very interesting thing, because it is a long presentation of the, you know, and hands up if you like long presentations online, and no hands go up. But the really interesting thing is when we watch the attendance, right, presentations like that normally go like this, right, because people get bored very quickly, and ours goes sort of like this. We lose very, very few people, but we spent several hundred hours working on the slides, working on the narrative, working on the whole thing, to make it the very best that we could. If you haven't seen it, what's the quickest way to go see it, guys? Is it go.magfast.com, I think? Just go to go to magfast.com, and you can
the homepage.
Yeah, you can register to see it there, because it's quite whether or not you want to get the stuff, which of course we'd love, but I'm incredibly proud of that as a piece of work, and it took a huge effort by the whole team to put that together. So, all right, enough already. That's it from us for this week, I think, unless there's anything else.
Nope.
Team.
We're good.
Sandy's been silent the whole time, haven't you, Sandy? Can we at least get a little wave before
Sure.
we go? So I tell you why Sandy's been.
Yeah. Hello at magfast.com.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we need emails. Emails, please. Ideally flattering, to hello@magfast.com. Sandy was silent because she's busy working in Zendesk, sending out emails that will never arrive, but at least one day we'll be able to mail them to you. Say, look, here's what we. All right, thanks so much, guys. We love you. We really keep on saying, but we could not do this without you. Thank you for your faith, for sticking with us. It's a very long, hard journey bringing out a product, and it's a good bit harder bringing out 6 or 7 amazing ones. But we're on it, and you're going to be thrilled. You're going to be thrilled when they arrive. Okay. Thanks so much. Hello@magfast.com. We'll see you the same time next week. Okay.